Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Modern Warfare and wanted to share with you guys the best class setup for the new Grau 5.56 drawn and quartered blueprint. This is a brand new blueprint that just dropped earlier today with the new Mace Guns Blazing bundle, and overall it's a pretty decent blueprint. Obviously with this attachments and stats that we have on this thing, it's meant to be a good run and gun weapon that can also do good from medium and long range. However, there's a few attachments on here that are completely pointless when it comes to using an AR. For example, aiming stability. There's really no idle sway on a Grau, so we want to make sure that we can fix that and make this the best that it possibly can be without changing the way that the blueprint was made. So if you guys take a look at the stats that we're going to get with this specific class setup, you guys will see that we get a nice boost to accuracy, range, and control, which is obviously great for those medium to long range gunfights. However, we end up losing a lot of mobility, and we can actually make this thing a little bit better. So if you guys take a look at the stats for the class setup that I'm going to share with you in this video, you guys will see that we still have an extremely nice boost to accuracy and range. We drop off our control just a tiny bit, and we actually save a lot of our mobility. You guys will find that this is a much better mobile class setup. Even though the stats don't really show too much of a difference there, you're going to have better aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and overall just hopefully you'll be able to do much better. So if you guys take a look at the attachments that we're going to be using, we're not going to be using a muzzle. The barrel that we're using is the FFS 20.8 inch Nexus. So with this, we're getting damage, range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, giving us a really nice boost to accuracy, range, and control. The original blueprint called for that XRK, and you guys can see that there's not really a big difference between the XRK and the FFS. However, we do end up getting more accuracy, range, and control. We only lose a very small amount of mobility, so we might as well run that. We're getting recoil control as an extra pro, so the FFS 20.8 is definitely a better barrel to use here. The laser that we're going to be using is the 5MW laser, so I switched this up from the original TAC laser because we want to have good hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. If this weapon is meant to be a run and gun weapon and we're going to play pretty aggressive with this thing, having that 5MW laser will be much better for close quarters gunfight situations than the TAC laser, because obviously we'll be able to hip fire and have a much better chance of hitting those shots. So that's the laser that we're using. We're not going to be using an optic. Again, with a run and gun Grau, we don't really need an optic. We're also not going to be using a stock. The underbarrel that we're using is the Commando foregrip. So with this, we're getting recoil control, recoil stabilization, as well as aiming stability, which is going to give us a nice boost to accuracy, range, and control. Keep in mind the aiming stability, like I said at the beginning of the video, is not an important factor here, since obviously we're not going to have any idle sway on an AR. But again, that Commando foregrip underbarrel. The ammunition that we're running is that 60 round mag. I didn't want to change that from the original blueprint. Obviously having that will make a huge difference if we're running around the map and run into multiple people at one time. And last but not least, the rear grip that we're using is the XRK Void 2. Now this is meant to help our mobility once again, giving us more aim down sight speed as well as sprint to fire speed to make up for a few of those last attachments. But this is really going to be an important attachment that really helps us to be more mobile with this thing. But I'll give you guys one last look at all the stats and attachments that come with this specific class setup. Again, hopefully you guys are able to do really well with this thing. It's an incredible Grau class setup. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything else to add about this specific blueprint class setup, please make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure and try to help some of you guys out. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see all you guys in the next video.